Hey everybody,
Hi,
welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
me, Banshee. Welcome to our show. We,
Hi.
we unfortunately couldn't do happy hour yesterday because Mr. O worked in
Too
the
busy.
morning, and we had a very important appointment in the afternoon with our tax preparer.
'Cause it's the tax man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't do so bad.
We didn't do so bad, so we're okay. We did good. And the big thing is, we had everything together because I was worried about that, delays, all that stuff. All right, well, we got a birthday reading, so we're going to get this show on the road, and we're going to start with
The card for the collective.
card for the collective first,
From the
and then our birthday
Seasons
reading
of the
for
Witch
Alicia.
Ostara Oracle.
All right. Thank you for that, Holly.
All right.
Spring equinox is just around the corner, and with it, Aries season!
Indeed.
Woohoo! Sonny left. He says, I'm not putting up with that.
Phooey on that, he says.
Yeah, hey.
Meow.
Jeez, meow is right. What do you got? Rainbow. Ah, what number is that? Wait, they're in order.
32. She's like a rainbow.
Could you add Namira to the list, please?
I can.
And change the number? Okay, the keywords for rainbow are hope, confirmation, transformation, and spiritual awakening. Take a breath. Be still in your heart and believe in what dreams may come. Well, rainbows are a universal symbol of beauty and hope. A rainbow occurs when sunlight shines through raindrops, while act as tiny prisms in the sky, becoming a welcome sight at the end of a rainstorm. Rainbow has entered your spread to renew your sense of what is possible. It's a happy sign that is letting you know the storm is gone and brighter days are ahead. You're about to go through a transformation that is joyous and happy. Unlike some transformations that are dark and ominous, this one is welcome and begins a journey of extended happiness, love, creativity, or peace. Take a deep sigh of relief, as it means your troubles are finally at their end. If you have hurt someone in your life, this card can mean they are ready to forgive you and move on. Likewise, it means you too are ready to offer your own forgiveness to others, freeing your heart of further pain. In finances, this card can mean an unexpected windfall or opportunities on the way to you, or the end of some financial trouble. For a career, it can mean, oh, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey,
Thank you
Nancy.
so much.
Thank you so much for that. We'll be happy to try that reading for you, by the way. I have it. I pasted it. I have it set here. Where, I always get a little nervous when we have that cards because we never know what will come out. But we're definitely going to give that a shot for you. Thank you so much. I wanted to add here, let me finish this last paragraph I started. In finances, this card can mean an unexpected windfall or opportunity is on its way to you, or the end of financial trouble. For a career, it can mean a promotion or finding employment. For all other readings, this is your sign that good luck is about to fall upon you, like finding a pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. It also serves as a yes in yes or no questions. Well, what a positive card to start us off. And I'm feeling very lucky this week, so any Aries out there with me, I don't know if you'll agree, but first off, we've got spring equinox, we've got Mercury going direct on the very same day, and the sun is in Aries, of course, on spring equinox. That's the start of our Aries season, and the moon will be in Aries. I don't know about the rest of you Aries out there, but I'm feeling kind of lucky. And so maybe this week has some auspicious things going on here. So capitalize on that. Believe in yourself. Have faith. Have hope for a better future. because according to this card, it may be just around the corner. And I have to add something here. If you like the sounds of this, you should check out my seasonal Syncing with the Seasons reading that's coming out on spring equinox. It's very short, it's for the collective, and I'll tell you what, it's pointing to better days ahead. So, good luck with that, everybody.
Thank you again, Nancy. Really appreciate it. And you did do one the other day too, so we thank you so much for that.
All right.
All right, so I guess we are up to our birthday reading. And yeah, we do feel like we're everybody's friend. We really do.
We absolutely
we
love
try.
you all, and we worry about you all, It's, I mean, I did something the other day that spoke about the importance of words and what we tell people, our opinions, etc. But in our case, too, it's the advice we give through the cards. We take this very seriously, and we know the impact this could have on people. So, and people should recognize that the words we use have immense power.
Indeed.
All right, let's get on to that birthday reading, Mr. O. What
Okay.
deck do you have for us today?
Who's it for again?
It is for Alicia, our friend Alicia.
Oh, that's right. How could I forget
So
that?
I am hoping for a great reading.
Well, I was going to use my Paul Huson's Dame Fortune's Wheel
Okay.
Tarot,
Hey, whatever has the best cards, Mr. O.
which is very Rider Waite, of course.
And we do a Lenormand for that, do we? No.
Not always.
No, we do not.
We don't normally.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So happy birthday, Alicia. It was actually the 10th, I think you said?
Right, so it is past, but it's
This
close
reading
enough
is
we're
good for the
fitting it
whole
in.
year.
I mean, if you tell us a month later that it's your birthday and you want a birthday reading, really, you should have done it sooner. So
Yeah, we like to do them within the week or two of that birthday, one way or the other. I mean, we can do one after, but, we appreciate if you don't ask us like 2 or 3 weeks later.
And some months are very busy, so sometimes
Yeah.
we literally have a birthday reading, a show. And so I suspect Aries season might be a little like that. I will close it out with a birthday reading because Aries season usually ends on my birthday.
All right, card 1.
Card 1, the gift
Whoops.
Alicia received last year that she can make the most out of this year.
And it's the reversed 3 of Wands.
All right. Well, the reverse 3 of Wands, obviously, whether we face challenges, my opinion on the tarot is whether we face challenges or opportunities, there's always a gift there. And with the 3 of Wands reversed, it's indicating that, maybe just anticipating and waiting for something to come to you is not going to work out for you as much, or just anticipating and hoping that things, certain people you've relied on in the past for work or, whatever, to be there when you need them, companionship, etc. Well, maybe it just didn't work out. And maybe you need to have more of a firmer strategy and plan going forward in this year ahead. So that's what I think is the gift, is things that just didn't come through for you that were, your high expectations. This year you realize in order to make it happen, you're really going to have to plan more and strategize more.
It feels like there was an opportunity, or more than one maybe, something, fairly grand that you missed this opportunity for some reason. You either didn't have the clue or you had to pass on it for some reason. But in retrospect now, as you kind of process that, because it probably meant something to you, you realize that maybe missing this opportunity gave you an awareness or a situational awareness or an appreciation for looking for those, or better attuned to looking for similar signs to keep you informed of these opportunities you don't want to miss. Card 2, the gift of the present moment. You jinxed me, Banshee.
I did not.
You mentioned something
No.
about that.
Well, but isn't it not true?
It's the reversed Ace of Swords. And so that is the gift of the present moment.
Well, the reverse Ace of Swords indicates maybe, that the gift of the present moment is facing up to the fact that you have to be really more clear in your intentions about what you want to accomplish, and also that that some things again may take more time to develop. Maybe this is a time right now, even while Mercury is, I would say right now, this card to me is definitely the present moment. While Mercury is still retrograde this week, and for the next 2 weeks, when it's in its shadow, Alicia, you should use this time to really come up with new ideas and new approaches to, either pushing growth with your business or your investments, or an area of your life that you really need to get moving again.
So maybe to me, the gift of the present moment is realizing that a lot of these kind of things you're interested in doing, advancing, whether it's professionally for yourself, there may be some delays involved. And of course, I think the Mercury retrograde's a big part of that right now, and now is around the time of your birthday. So this is maybe a caveat or saying to you that you will do better on this planning when you move a little bit beyond the retrograde. All
All
right,
right, so the
card
next
3.
one
The,
is the gift from my connections with others in the next year.
and it's the reversed Four of
And
Swords.
that happens to be good.
Yes, it
It
does.
seems like your connections with others next year are going to be really energized. A lot of activity, a lot of networking business wise, a lot of interacting with friends or family otherwise. It just seems like there's a lot of energy into this sector and a lot of communication going on.
If the first cards possibly indicate,
Oh, wait, that's the Eight of Swords. Or is it Wands?
no, it's the Four of Swords.
Oh, it's a Four of Swords. That's right. I'm sorry. I thought it was Wands when I looked at
You've
it.
blown my stream of thought. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Okay, if the first two cards were kind of about maybe looking between last year and this year as uh, a, a sort of decline in expectations, the next card is different. This card, the Four of Swords, suggests that whether it's personal or professional, your interactions with others will tend to pull you out of that slump or that negative thinking that you may be incurring there. And it may make you feel like there really is life, beyond, what has been more present, so circumstances not the best. So I think as you develop over this next year, you will find that there are people or situations that really promote you or make you feel more positive and make you feel like you can, attack the game again, so to speak.
Um, I read that right. I'm happy with that. So card 4. The gift that will help me work on, achieve, or Alicia work on, achieve, or move forward on their dreams and goals.
And it's the upright Nine of Coins.
Nice. Wow, that is nice.
Yeah, I think it's like saying that the gift that will help you work on is to realize when you are in your comfort zone, when you feel that you have surrounded yourself with a sense of security and or physical comfort, despite what reality is. Maybe you don't have a pot to what in or currently, but when you elevate that feeling within yourself that you are secure, this allows you to handle how your interactions towards personal, professional, and other situations will go, because you're coming from a place of confidence and support within yourself. It doesn't rely on anyone else necessarily to give you that.
I really like that.
Thank you.
I think here that definitely that is sort of right where I was going to go with it, is that when you are in your comfort zone, when everything just seems to be in a certain state of flow, and that's what you need to create in your life, a really balanced flow if you can. Not too much stress in one area or not too much emphasis in one area over another. Everything at an even keel, you will find the time to truly
I like that.
devote to, your goals and your dreams.
So then, card 5, the gift from your spirit guides or ancestors. What do they want you to know or keep in mind in this next year? And it's the reversed Queen of Coins. So I think, to me, of course, a lot of times I love to look at the Queen of Coins as that personality or situation that says time out for yourself, time out for fun, time out for nurturing. And so this is saying you can do all those other things you need to do to advance yourself or to work on, situations with others. Naturally you care about other people in your life and you want to make sure they understand that. But don't forget to take time out for yourself to nurture your own well, make sure that the spring is alive and nourishing for you, especially now at this time, approaching the spring equinox.
It is very old school, and he loves this deck as well.
Yeah, the deck is Paul Hewson, who was a transplanted English person. I believe he's in California now. And of course, he wrote some very interesting books about witchcraft and tarot. Mystical. I love this deck a lot. I do. Okay, so
the
was
gift
that you?
from the ancestors and guides, which was what again?
The Queen of Pentacles.
Yes, right. The Queen of Pentacles reversed.
No, yes.
Yeah. So I feel here with this being in that position, it's indicating that they understand sometimes you feel you are not meeting your goals, and they're there for you during those times. They want to encourage you to not stress so much about it and to take care of you first and foremost. Because when you are at your best, Alicia, as indicated by, the Nine of Pentacles there in that house of what you need to do to work on your dreams and goals, when you are at your best, you can get a lot of things accomplished. And so they realize that. And so their message to you is to take care of you this year when you're experiencing rough waters. Put yourself first.
So finally, card 6, the gift this year ultimately gives to you, Alicia. What lessons have you learned, or what progress or growth will you make by the year's end? And it's upright temperance.
Nice.
Very nice. I like it a lot.
Considering some of the,
the other cards.
Well, and some of the pointers I brought up about balance and flow.
This is true.
Being in the flow. Temperance is, I think, what you have learned over the year and what you take away from this year is how when you can get everything just in sync and in harmony, how easy life will be and how much more productive you will be, how much more you will get done, and how much more rewards you will get from that all the way around. It just seems like a healthy balance, really, of the right mix of things in your life by year's end.
And the healthy balance doesn't mean that everything has to be in equal portions. It's in the measures that work to your life, to your understanding, to the personal balance of how you want to apply yourselves to all the kind of tasks you want to do, whether they're your professional goals or your personal goals, or the goals that you have for your community, your neighborhood, your worship group, anything at all like that.
So my goodness,
it
does seem like an interesting year. It's going to have a few ups and downs, I think, here that you will navigate them. You will find your flow ultimately and your comfort zone. And because of that, the rest just seems to come to you naturally. So I wish you luck with that. Alicia, happy birthday, belated. And I hope you had a great birthday. And remember, this reading is good for the entire solar year. And you can always find it here on this show in our video archive.
And thank you for all your wonderful support. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Alicia.
Alrighty.
Jackie is up.
Hi, Jackie.
And she wants an oracle, so that's where I'll start. Gosh, so many here to choose from again. You know what, Jackie? I don't know if I used this for you last time. I just brought it out for cards for the collective last week. I brought back out my Liminal Forest Oracle by MJ Coulinane. And I just love this deck. I got a new one that I used recently for cards for the collective, the Oracle of the Undead. And it's actually quite good. I really enjoyed the first reading I did with that for the collective.
I can't wait to get my skeletal fingers on it.
He will probably want to use this one. I'll have to let him.
To take a bite out of it.
It's right up his alley. But you know, that's where I lack a few decks and is in the darker side of things. I'm going to let Mr. O pick one out once I cut them. I'll put him to work here. So your fate ultimately is in Mr. O's hands. I'm just saying that for drama. Ooh, very nice. I like that. It's called Dream. Dream a little dream. Okay. Dream. Or dreams. Dreams, when imagined as our future goals and desires, are crucial in guiding us towards personal fulfillment and achievement. Our dreams help us muddle through tough or challenging days, knowing something better is on the horizon. Healthy dreams inspire positive action, align with our core values, and are realistic and adaptable, fostering resilience and balanced approach to life. They motivate us by providing direction, enhancing creativity, and building self-efficacy, acting as compasses that navigate our life choices and fuel our personal growth. To ensure these dreams lead to satisfaction rather than disappointment, it's essential to ground them in reality, setting specific, measurable goals, and being open to adjusting based on new information or changing circumstances. Avoiding the trap of fantasy involves mindful consideration of our capabilities, seeking feedback to remain grounded, and celebrating each step forward, thus transforming our aspirations into tangible achievements without succumbing to the pitfalls of unrealistic expectations or the neglect of other important life areas. Look out across the land. What dreams come to mind? So, I do think it's great to envision. I always loved the Seven of Cups card in the tarot. Because I always had a lot of dreams, a lot of wild dreams, for my day. I mean, back in my day, to imagine women in a sports locker room doing reporting, that was unheard of. And let alone, how far women have come with professional sports. So I had a lot of lofty dreams in my days. But sometimes those dreams, even the far-fetched ones, can someday become a reality. So I always say, dream big, dream small, but work on the things that are most practical and reality-based for you right now, because they could set the stage for you to achieve some of those bigger dreams later when they're all possible. Okay. So I would say here, remain loyal to the fact that you can be successful so long as you take a realistic approach to your dreams. I feel here that you should remain loyal to the dreams that are the most achievable for you right now, because the sun is shining on that. And I think that, this card is also giving you the green light. But like I said, make sure they're based in some type of reality, and don't lose sight of those big dreams you have. Always keep them close, because you
Hi,
never
Erin.
know.
Yes, I agree with that. The sun is that element of realism. The sun will always rise every day. the sun will always shed light on things that maybe need to be shed. So that informs too the concept of your devotion or loyalty to the dream, is realizing that there's an eternal there on some sense, and that, even when you lose ground a little bit because of whatever factors, you are able to get back up on that pony and try it again.
Yep. Looks pretty good. Not bad. I like
You're
it.
welcome.
Good luck with that, Jackie.
Good luck. Thank you.
And oopsie, we're on Spirit Connection, and I've got the question here.
Alrighty.
Let me hold on. Return that. And, all right.
Hi, Spirit Connection.
So, what is coming up for me in martial arts? I do feel good news is coming. Look forward to new opportunities. All right. Your deck.
Hi, Sunshine.
Hi, Sunshine. I'll add you.
No, we could never forget about you, Kara.
You forgot about me. When did you come in? Oh, I see you. You came in right before Airy. Okay, I will get you on.
We decided that it was April Fool's a little bit early.
Ignore him. I did forget about you, Kara. I'm sorry. Thanks for reminding me. I appreciate that. So I gotta update the number again. All right.
Alrighty, here's our cards for Spirit Connection.
And you've been added, Sunshine. No worries.
And once again, that question is, what is coming up for me in martial arts? I do feel good news is coming in and look forward to new opportunities. So first card is the Page or Knave of Wands, and they're upright.
I like that.
Yeah, there's the jolly look about that one.
All right.
And the next card is the reverse Knight of Pentacles.
Okay.
And then the final one is the Wheel of Fortune reversed.
Wow. I don't know if it's going to happen immediately. You feel lucky, you said, and then we got you the Wheel of Fortune reversed somehow. I don't know how that happened, sorry. But the Page of Pentacles or Page of Wands indicates that there could be some new opportunity presenting itself, or at the very least, Christine, some good news coming to you. But that Knight of Pentacles indicates that it may not make, a very good positive difference for you, either financially or, well, I mean, I know you're talking about martial arts, or status-wise even, I could say with that Knight of Pentacles reversed. So I don't know if you were like expecting a position, for example, where they might pay you something, that may not work out. Or it's just not, it may be an opportunity that comes and goes too. I'm going to stop with those two cards and let you figure out what's up.
I think there's something interesting here because I like the Page of Wands sitting there playing the guitar. And I get the feeling like this is saying a use for talent. Somehow, or a means to express oneself in a certain way, and Wands always talks about things like that, expressing yourself in a charismatic or confident way. And so I like the idea maybe of saying that this card does say an opportunity may come for you to be able to speak this or to express yourself. The Knight of Coins reverse could be saying that this may play out in a couple ways. One way could be that it might be a longer range goal, like maybe off the top of my head, a lesson plan or something that is either delayed or is going to take more time to work through it. Because the Knight of Pentacles always talks about something that kind of has a delayed growth. You know, this could be talking about saying about the kind, you know, situation where maybe you can't go to this right now because seats are filled up or something like that, and you might have to be on a waiting list. You know, just the thought I feel there. I'll let you take it up again. With
Okay,
that
I just want to go back to something here.
reversed wheel.
Happy in martial arts. Do you feel good about what's coming? So the last card is again
Hi, Angel.
the Wheel of Fortune. It just seems like timing is still a little bit off, and I suspect that, you know, opportunities might present themselves after the Mercury retrograde and shadow period. You know, right now with the Wheel of Fortune here reversed, it's indicating the timing is not exactly right for this new opportunity to happen or develop.
That's a good way to look at it, that maybe this is just really a timing matter. I suggested that too with the Knight of Pentacles, that something seemed to indicate like it's not going to happen. I suggested maybe like, you know, it's a semester kind of thing, you know, like there's no seats available. But it may be more to do with that Mercury retrograde.
Well, and as for like any upcoming, you know, martial arts, what do you call it, competitions that you are doing, you know, there will be opportunities, but, you know, it looks as though there may be some mixed or not totally satisfactory results is what I'm seeing here with that Knight of Pentacles reversed, and also with the Wheel of Fortune reversed. It's just like things are not gelling right at the moment. So let's look at the Lenormand here. Unless did you tackle the last card?
No, I think I did pretty much. All right, so there's the man, the reindeer.
You know
that
what? I think I
could
pulled
be the
this-
Inquirer
I pulled
yourself.
this one first, actually. I'm sorry.
This one's first?
Yeah, I pulled it first.
Whoops.
I'm sorry.
I like when you do that. So the
Yeah,
fox
sorry.
was first,
I do it so often.
and then often enough. Proceed.
Well, I think here that there could be an opportunity presenting itself that you will have to put under consideration here, you know, because the fox is here and the man, and I think it indicates to me that somebody might offer you something. You know, I'm not sure what it is, whether it's a job or whether it's something to do with your martial arts training. There seems to be something coming that could keep you busy, you know, or give you work to do. Let's put it that way. So that's what I see with the Lenormand.
Hi, Dr. Victor. I think we can get you on the list.
We can get you on the list today, Dr. V.
Good to see you too. So when I look at that Lenormand, I get the feeling that this is saying that although, this is my take, that although those opportunities look like there's a delay factor or not quite ready yet, the Lenormand is saying, keep these in mind, keep moving towards them despite possible, you know, being told not right now, because it seems like this is an opportunity that's going to hang around even somehow, and that you may still be able to address it at some point.
You missed somebody else, so I got to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hell, at least I think you did. Maybe I'm crazy. Hold
Who?
on. Okay, I'm wrong.
Who was it?
Nothing. I thought I saw another name here, and I don't anymore, so I'm wrong. I apologize.
It's time for the bicker button, because you're looking for things to be mean about.
I'm not being mean.
Oh, it's Angel. Did you get Angel?
I did get Angel.
Okay.
Dr. V. It's
Then-
okay. I thought I saw something else here, and I was wrong.
Oh, well. I won't bicker over that.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm
Yes,
so
you should be.
happy.
All right, so I sort of feel like this is mostly, you know, maybe connected to the Mercury retrograde and a little bit of the fallout after that.
I think
that
so too.
Things may pick up for you. I really like the Page of Wands because I think it's you expressing yourself or being able to use your talent in some way. So I think, and then it's supported by the fox in a way too. So um, we could try this again next time.
Shadow is here with us.
Aw,
Yeah, come
the
here,
good little
Shadow. Why don't
shadow.
you lay up here? Oh, of course not. Anyway,
Lay where you
that's
want
what we
to.
have for you. Good luck with that, Christine.
Good luck.
Despite the fact that I'm feeling this lucky vibe this week, our cards for the collective this week aren't that great again either. And especially maybe not so much them, but my material matters really had a lot of challenging cards coming up as well. So I don't think this is going to be a really great week for a lot of people this week. Anyway, good luck with that. And
Thank
we
you.
are on. Nancy is up with a great
Hi, Nancy.
question.
Oh, and Nancy, you had an interesting question. And thank you again for your donation.
Right. And let me get that up. Okay, so your husband and the father of your children passed away in 2007, and it's his birthday. Well, happy birthday to him, on the other side. And does he have a message for you? So let's take a look here.
You had a specific idea, right?
I'm just going to do 3 cards like we've
Oh,
done
okay.
for
Then
these.
it's my deck.
Oh,
No,
it
it's
is?
your deck. I'm sorry. I wanted to be my
Now
deck.
where's that bicker button? Huh? Okay, we'll use this one.
All right. Thank you for your question, Dr. V.
I'll
you want me
get
to try
that
to add that?
later. I'm busy right now. But I will get it. Thank you for posting it.
I think I can get it in there, actually.
Okay. I have his name down there already. Oopsie. One more shuffle. Could you put this on your table, maybe? Shadow cannot come up here with this there. Not that she's going to.
Come on, sweetie.
You can go up here. Come on. There you go. No.
No, it's more fun to.
Bother me.
There you
There
go.
you go. Good girl.
Such a
Yeah.
pretty girl.
All right, let's see. We have the King of Wands upright. We have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Four of Swords upright. Oh, sorry. So Nancy, I was just wondering,
The moon.
you spoke about your children, and so I'm wondering here, do you have, are they boys, girls? Could you just give me an idea here? I think you said 3, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I can say one thing right now that I don't know how, he passed, and it's been so much time, but he wants you to know, all of you to know, he is at peace. He is at peace. He is not, there's no kind of sorrow, remorse, regret anymore. There's no kind of looking back upon things. He's feeling very much at peace and at rest. And he wants you to feel that way too. And, he's hoped that you have come to terms throughout the years with, his passing and are at peace with him as well. That's one thing I see right there. I had to start with that.
Was that from the King of Wands, or?
Well, I know I started with that Four of Swords, at peace,
Okay.
rest.
I feel that way too. I feel that he's at peace. I feel that there's an acknowledgement that a lot of time has passed, but that a lot more may pass too before there may be any sort of, spirit reunion or anything like moving on to a new life together. But I feel there's a strong presence that's still there. Maybe it's not so much protective as just sort of watching in a way, sort of noticing.
I feel here too that I don't know if this is specifically directed to the son you mentioned there with a health issue, but I'm looking at that Knight of Pentacles reversed. That is the Knight, right? Not the King. Could you read?
The Knight of Pentacles,
Yeah,
the King of Wands.
that's right. Okay, thank you. I can't tell. Sometimes these cards are a little ambiguous that way. But the Knight of Pentacles reversed to me was speaking in terms of, he may understand that, this your son with the illness has a lot of ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs. Sometimes, there are good days, there are bad days. The energy fluctuates. And I believe he is watching over you during those difficult times, and he would like you to know that. And as for all of the children, he wishes nothing more than a successful life. He wants, he wants you to feel empowered and strong and courageous. That King of Wands here, having that energy of being leaders in your own rights. That doesn't mean like you have to be a leader in industry or business or anything, but that you rule wisely over yourself and that you treat people respectfully. I feel here this king is such an upright person, and he thinks that, he's proud of all of you apparently and where you are right now, and feels that you will be successful moving forward.
I like what you shared there about him, how he passed, and more the health situation that your daughter also has. I'm not sure that this speaks
Okay.
directly to that, perhaps. And of course, we're not, supposed to give medical advice. But I feel that this is saying, health is something to be taken seriously. The Lily, there's sort of a sense of evolving condition here, and if all things, are taken in measure they're supposed to, it feels like, there's a sense that things can be as well as they can be.
Um, did I cover? I did cover all of them. The Lenormand, though, the Lenormand again is that he's going to be probably a presence in your life, whether you can feel him there or not. But my advice is, I always tell people, in your quiet moments, if you don't want anybody to notice you, talk to him. Talk to him still, like he's here with you. I do that a lot of times with my family members. I talk to them still, and they have been dead and gone for quite a while. But I have a favorite aunt of mine that I talk to quite frequently. Sometimes I invoke my father, and he's been gone since I was 10. I feel presences around me, and you can rest assured by the way I'm looking at these cards here that he is here. And I think he is here for a long time because he wants to witness what he has missed, in your stages of development. And I think he's still with you here, on a spiritual level.
Although I know meanings of the Lenormand, sometimes I still may see them with a mixture of symbolic value as well. And so the lilies is about sort of the ongoingness, the evolving, the continual nature of things. And the moon is also that way too. We talk colloquially about the moon as in many moons ago, or moving towards fullness, moving towards the opposite. And I think from a symbolic point of view, these sort of go towards what Banshee said, that this presence or spirit is going to always be in your life to some degree. So I like what you said about speaking to spirits.
Well, I also want to add that, when I saw the moon there, I thought in my mind that You know, if he's not communicating to you frequently in the dream world, I have a feeling that he will, or he does on occasion, and you should pay attention to those dreams. There may be a message or a significance there for you, um, or he's just checking in. He's just letting you know he's still with you. I feel like there's possibilities here, and I have to be honest. I would dream of my family members a lot, but for a number of years now, my dreams just aren't coming through anymore. And I don't know if it's because of the my cancer or what. But the thing is that, and the drugs I have to take for that. But the thing is that I think he's with you on some other level, and he will try to communicate from time to time. And this is long term.
I like how Shadow cast her shadow over the TV screen, the viewing part. But it was interesting because earlier, and I know before you had mentioned what his complications were, was I looked at the Knight of Pentacles, which is kind of like an idea of slow movement or sort of really slow movement, and then the idea of that Four of Swords is sort of being rest or being away. And I sort of felt like this is saying, he's gonna always be around. He's just tied there. He's not gonna go anywhere fast. So I hope that feels good in a way. Aw. You got it, Nancy.
Yeah,
Thank you
no,
so much. We're
obviously
happy you
what's
found us
missing.
here. Have a great day.
Oh wow, that's great. I feel that with that king, and maybe that's exactly why that king came here. He's really upright and wise, and and is always there to be a force for good, rather than treating people badly and taking advantage of people. So I felt that message strongly coming through, and I hope that helped. And it's nice that you are remembering him on his birthday together. That's wonderful. And keep that family tradition alive. I think he really appreciates that.
You're welcome. And you know what? I can really relate to what you said because I guess he was a Pisces born on March 15th. And I have a couple of, not so much in my life right now, but, close Pisces friends who were born around that day, the 14th or thereabouts. And they are usually very warm, charismatic people.
Well, yeah, I think my Pisces were earlier in the month, but two of my aunts, one in particular who is very spiritual and very psychic, was born on was a Pisces, and they're two very dear people to me.
Wasn't MK around now? Wasn't
Oh
MK
yeah,
the 14th?
she's I think she was closer to the cusp, but not quite. She was.
Okay, I thought she was
She
around
was
the
this
14th.
coming. Well,
I can't remember
I keep
exactly.
thinking like the 15th or 16th. So, I don't think it was the Ides of March. So maybe 16th or 18th.
Well, MK is not the best example of a warm, compassionate Pisces,
Oh,
but she's not the worst.
But she was very intuitive in her own way, and
Yeah.
also she was a writer and a poet, so she had
Anyway.
that dreamy Piscean quality.
We can move on from there.
Anyway, you are very welcome, Nancy. Thank you so much.
And Shirley and who came in after Shirley? Rowan? I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Let
I
me
added
see.
them to the list, but I don't think I got their questions, so you'll have to do that.
Shirley came first.
Whatever order I have there.
And did you get the number changed?
I did.
Okay, so we're 14. I thought we'd be higher. Okay.
Well, you thought wrong.
All right. All right. All right.
So it's Lena.
So Lena is up, and I do have Lena's question.
And I
so-
say too, my love reading, do you see someone entering my life in the next 4 months?
Well, I'm going to take the time to put it in here anyway, you know.
Okay.
And there's the list, and Lena's question. All right.
And I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot. There you are. Hi, Libra.
We can still add you, Libra, but you're really right almost at the end now. One more and that's it.
Oh, so sorry, you jumpy little guy.
Yeah, you're a little loud. That's not going to work well.
All right, it's the Magician who is upright. It's the reversed King of Coins. And it's the upright Two of Coins. Hi, Jamie's.
Upright, the King of Coins reversed, and the Two of Coins. That's a great.
I think we're closing the list.
Who came in?
Jamie's. Hi, Jamie's.
Hi, Jamie. You're last on the list.
The King of Coins is in the middle.
Well, now I got to do
reversed.
This. So you might as well start. Go ahead. Go ahead, please. Okay, I'm going to get that one. I've said 3 times to go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why
I didn't hear you. You were
can't
talking in that direction.
No, that's
Okay,
crazy.
so your love life in the next 4 months. Well, I don't know. Do I see someone there? The Magician could be that. The Magician is kind of like a protagonist, a person who sort of, comes in and has energy. They're a juggler. They're a gambler. There's somebody that maybe could represent that idea, but it could also represent the idea of maybe you being a little bit more hands-on or proponent of moving towards your own sense of, a relationship. I think it's more the latter. I think that could represent somebody that is coming to you. The King of Coins reversed could indicate that there's somebody maybe that isn't totally an organized personality. They may be your age or a little bit older, but they may not be a totally successful person from the viewpoint of a certain sense of business, maybe. They're not like a poor person that's looking for somebody to help them along. They just sort of have a less than total orientation towards being that material or being that successful materially. Did you want to jump in now?
I can, yes. Just 1 second. Well, oh God, smaller now. Shoot. Okay. The Magician upright indicates that you're really ready for something, and maybe this is saying that.
Well, the question was, do you see someone coming in?
I understand that. But the Magician doesn't really tell me that. Maybe it told you that, but it doesn't tell me that.
It
But
tells
you are
me you're
really
being-
ready right now for something to occur and happen. And maybe it's also saying that the time is right. There's sort of a sense of that here. I feel that with the Magician, I get that it's possible here that you might put yourself, if you keep putting yourself in the right places to allow this to happen, for somebody to come into your life and be seen, that's likely going to happen. You have to do something, though, to inspire this and encourage it. I still feel strongly about it. And if your will is really into it and you're really doing the right things, something might happen here. Now, of course, we have the King of Coins reversed here, but then that's what, the Two of Pentacles upright?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel here, this might indicate that somebody is coming towards you, but they don't rub you the right way at first. It's just sort of like either they don't come on strong enough, maybe you feel like they're not interested ultimately, so you're kind of maybe ignoring them or whatever. And I feel here, though, in time, though, something might click here. Something you might realize that, you know, that this person is trying to get your attention or whatever.
Well, it's probably likely too that they might be an earth sign, or there's somebody that has earth
True.
sign tendencies or planets there. And maybe that's right. Maybe that's what it was, where I saw somebody who's not like totally managing themselves well. Maybe it's just saying that they're haphazard about their approach to you.
I
Like
think that's
they're not
it.
necessarily approaching with a clear idea of being in a relationship, but it maybe is bound to happen in a way. And in a sense, that's the Two of Coins. In some depictions, the Two of Coins is somebody that maybe, you know, really does want to balance that world that they have going on there. Yeah, we're closed, Zach. We're sorry.
Yeah, so we can't add anybody. We apologize. I haven't put the note up yet, but Mr. O has his. So, um, let's look at the Lenormand. This is interesting.
So it's the writer
Yeah.
and the bouquet. And the bouquet is like a gift.
Right. I think this could move to something that brings you joy. The bouquet is also about joy and happiness. It could also be about an invitation that maybe eventually somebody will make an invitation that you will move on. I have a feeling
I
this
like
may
that.
not happen right away. I'm playing with the idea, Lena, but you may not know who this is, that it may be somebody who may be looking at you now from afar. I can't rule that out, but it just seems like they're really slow to come around. So,
Right, and you ask 4 months, so this could be saying that maybe somebody like this could show up relatively soon, but it may take towards the end of that 4 month period before they even decide that they're moving that way, or that you notice that they are. So I think that's what we have.
I think that's what we have.
It,
Definitely could be an earth sign. They might be slightly older than you. Um, but like I said, they're very slow moving. Maybe they lack confidence or assuredness. They need more an idea that you might be interested in them before they make their move.
yeah, we'll see you next time, Zach. And don't forget, though, when you can, earlier is always better, because sometimes this show really fills up quick. But good to see you anyway.
Uh oh, now Jamie's cowboy has thrown something into the mix. I
Okay,
want to
we
give
could do
this.
that. If you're still here, Zach,
Zach, are you still here?
someone will give their spot, and they were the person that came in last anyway, so you would stay there. Well, we'll see if they are still here or if they ran off already.
They may have ran off already, Jamie, so if Zach is here, speak now. I'm going to keep you on the list for now, Jamie. I'm going to pin that. So everybody on the list will get a reading, of course. So,
All right, so Holly is up.
yep. Holly is up, and the question is, how will my relationship with Matt develop in the future? There you go.
Thank you.
Well, let's use the Fun Housewives Tarot for that one.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh, Zach is here. Okay, Zach, I will change Jamie to you.
So just leave us your question whenever you can, Zach. Or what you'd like, you know, a general or that kind of thing.
I'm just reposting the list so we see it. And I'll change it there.
Thank you, Jamie.
And thank you, Jamie. It's good
Very
to see
sweet of you.
here. All right, we're ready for Holly.
All righty.
Okay, the Hanged Man is reversed. Page of Wands is upright. Wow. I just love this card. Judgment is upright. Oh my goodness, this deck. Anyway.
All right. And then we also have the Child and the Garden.
Wow. I think, there's going to be some jockeying for position almost in this relationship, I feel here. I think that, if this is a new relationship for you or if it's been a while, think you've been with this person. I don't know if it's been off and on. So, like, for example, if this is a fresh start for you, I think that it will go well. However, you both have to put your egos to bed here. You have to treat each other respectfully and not try to overpower each other, with your desires and needs and your ego gratifications. Okay, let me put it that way. The Hanged Man sometimes also speaks of, when it's reversed, an inability to make concessions or sacrifices when needed. So that's something that, you will have to be working out over time, I feel. But I think it's highly possible you'll get to a better place looking at the Judgment card. The Judgment card indicates that, this relationship will grow and evolve and grow stronger, or transform and evolve and grow stronger over time.
Well, I'm going to start with the middle card, the Page of Wands, because
Yeah,
I
did
think.
too. I did
Oh,
too.
okay. And I wasn't listening.
I know.
But I think it
It's a
betokens
habit.
that there's going to be really honest and open and direct communication with each other. And so I think that's really like the hallmark, is that if you're able to be really honest and direct with each other, and maybe, courteous too. I just get a sense of courteousness in the sense of that whenever, if it's in the beginning stages, you feel that it's advantageous to be inclusive of each other wherever you can. I think that will really be helpful. And so maybe that aligns a little bit with the Hanged Man reverse, because maybe that's saying too that sometimes you have to abandon, maybe more specific philosophical or symbolic feelings about a person or about a relationship, and realize that sometimes there are just nuts and bolts that don't always fit exactly into place. And so you have to be able to, be open to that and realize that, especially in the beginning stage, especially if either of you are younger and don't have a lot of relationship experience, then maybe, some foibles happen. But the Judgment card does sort of say, learn, respect, and realize you don't have to judge each other against, a particular standard. You just have to judge what it means to you, I guess.
So,
The
gosh, I
Lenormand?
think I covered them all. Yeah, the Lenormand is kind of interesting to me, Holly, because on some levels here, I could see a celebration in your future, marriage, possibly children. But I feel too, sometimes a child is literal like that. But it's also indicating too that, celebrate celebrate the stages of this relationship, celebrate milestones, definitely, whether it's a 6-month anniversary, a year anniversary. Give yourselves reasons to celebrate, enjoy this journey together, because that's the important part, and that's what will make you, even stronger when times get tough. But, the garden sometimes could indicate a wedding ceremony, and the child could lead to that someday. You kind of asked how things would develop, and that's more of a long term projection here, but I could almost see that as well.
Yeah, that's a good point, is that the Lenormand could express the ultimate expression, the idea that although it may move along more in stages or slower, that there's sort of a sense of really being acknowledged. The garden could be a garden wedding, but it could also just be saying too that your togetherness is something that is known amongst all the people in your lives. A wedding, or that they know that you're exclusive to each other. Good luck.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Namira is up. And they want a general reading for what I need to know.
You're welcome.
Your choice on how you want to do.
All right, I'll just throw 3 cards.
Okay. Well, now Shadow's gone.
Okay. I turned it up a little bit. I'm not sure why, but I've been playing around with it because when I record, sometimes the recording sounds really loud, and so I've been trying to figure out where exactly I want that volume to be. All right, general reading.
Your question, Zach. Thank you.
What you need to know, general reading.
Mr. O's doing really well. He is back to ship shape, pretty much.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. Okay, crypts are pentacles.
We both have physicals this week, though. We're both going on different
Oddly.
days. The 5 of crypts is pentacles?
Yeah, that's pentacles.
Okay. Makes sense.
Or no, no, actually it's cups.
Oh.
Crypts are cups, castles are pentacles.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Crypt, castle. The Empress is reversed. And the 2 of crypts, or the 2 of cups, is reversed. So it's a general reading. So the Empress is framed by the 5 of cups, which is upright, and the 2 of cups, which is reversed. So what you may need to know is that there's some emotional situations that feel harsh right now, or that maybe you feel you need your own sense of reprieve from, whether you need to go more into yourself to work on your own healing. The Empress reverse could be saying that you just feel really unproductive, or that you feel, not so much attacked, but maybe bereft sometimes of support. And that could be triggered by the 5 of cups, that it feels like some people that were supportive maybe are still there, but other things don't feel as supportive, or feel like on the emotional periphery somebody's drifting away from you. Maybe that's also represented by the reverse 2 of cups. I'm not sure if it relates to the apartment situation.
Reading, but I feel here that there's a lot of emotionality going on, or will be coming. Something that makes you feel disappointed in yourself or in others, or in some situation that didn't turn out the way you might have hoped it would. And it may cause you to separate yourself from whatever this is, whether people are involved, or whether it's a workplace or something else. You're just going to want to kind of pull yourself away from it. That's that 2 of cups. And the 5 I just mentioned is this disappointment that you are going to be experiencing. And with the Empress reversed, yeah, I mean, I feel like it's affecting your productivity or your ability to move forward at this time. It could be affecting your health or your energy levels. And so, you got to take care of yourself when things feel rough. So I have a feeling something is just not going to turn out the way you'd hoped it would. And it's going to be disappointing to you, absolutely. So take care of yourself and don't let it disappoint you to the point where, you know,
Yeah, and
you're
I
stuck.
really understand what you're saying there because that's what the cards say. It does feel like, you're nearly alone in all of this. All right, the Lenormand. So
Oh, wait,
once
no,
again, showing
I
that
gave you
there's
the wrong
about
one
a bit of
again.
emotionality here
Could
is
it?
the heart.
I gave you the wrong one again.
Why do you keep doing that?
I don't know. And I switched them so I do it right, and then I didn't do it right anyway. So there it is. And that's how it happened.
Okay, it's the heart influencing the coffin.
So I think here, whatever disappointment and stuff is affecting your heart, your ability to even open your heart at this point and be, and feel better about things, um, you've got to find a way to put that to bed, to eliminate it, to let it go. Um, it's one thing to feel our pains and disappointment, but it's another to be willing to let it go. Sometimes we hold on to things too long and it starts to affect us on a more physical level. And that's my concern here. It'll either slow you down or, it could make you feel ill or not yourself. And you need to take care of you first.
Right. What you need to know is you are doing the best you can, and this could just be a momentary, time for you with this. Don't underestimate Mercury retrograde being somewhat of a culprit here. People can't communicate or express themselves properly, whether it's you to others or whether it's others to you. So I don't doubt that some of the situations, the apartment situation is being affected by a lot of this, and hopefully, in the next week or so, it'll start getting better because that's when Mercury will move out of that opposition. I sure hope so for you, Namira. Best wishes.
I wish you luck with that. Good luck. And we are on Kara.
Kara.
I try to say it more upbeat, Kara, because he does that weird stuff.
No, Stallone.
Oracle card, top and bottom.
All right. I didn't think anything specifically spoke to that, but maybe just the emotionality around that. And the idea that maybe, it could be saying some people or yourself are very, wary and heart worn from the situation. And so in this next time period, it may feel like their support for you isn't as strong because it takes a toll. Or maybe it says the way you feel like addressing that situation, it's hard right now too because you just sort of feel beat down. And so you need to, try to get, a more calmer self going so you can get back up there for the next part of it.
Well, Kara, we're going to try the Oracle of the Undead.
Well,
Because why not? They have a lot to say.
you're welcome, Namira.
All right. Well, on top, we have the Dancer, which has a warning. Don't miss the beat. And on the bottom, uh-oh, you're not supposed to miss a beat, but on the bottom is the shipwrecked. Warning, abandoned ship.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Well, you wanted top and bottom, so that's what you get. So let's look here. But the dancer's really positive, so we're going to have to see how these fit. It says, don't miss a beat, and the emotions are joyous, active, released. Life and undead are all about movement. There are times for inaction and times for action. Now is the right time for action. Just feel what the right way to go is and try. It's probably abandoned ship, right? You know, just feel what the right way to go is and trust your instincts as you listen to what people are doing around you. As long as you pick the right path and the right beat, moving ahead will be easy. There are moments when things seem to fall into place, like notes in a song, they just work together. Drawing the dancer card means that the music is about to begin for you. As long as you're paying enough attention to hear it, as long as you follow the steps she shows you, the world will take care of the rest as it moves people around you into their places for your show. All you need to do is focus on your footwork and be ready to take the stage. The dancer doesn't care what people around her think. She wants to dance, she wants to move, and when she shows off what she can do, no one can keep their eyes off of her. You don't have to force what you want in order to get it. Just show off what you can do, and everyone else will get to see it for themselves. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the music, let everything else fall where it should. Dance like no one is watching. And you know what's really funny about this first card, Kara, is that it reminds me of doing the chair yoga and the senior exercises I've been doing, because they're very much like dance moves, a lot of them, even if sitting down. Some of it we have to stand up for. Some of them are very, it's rhythmic. You have to follow a pattern, and you have to go with the beat of the music in order to do this, and you have to follow the instructor. And man, I felt incredibly self-conscious for a long time. But you know what? I started not to care. I started not to care about the missteps and the mistakes I made along the way, because the idea is the exercise and the movement you're doing more than anything else, more than how you look doing it. You just try to get the pattern right and try to do the moves right. And if you can't keep up, you can't keep up. Or if you miss a move, you miss a move. You just keep going. So don't let other people throw you off your game. That's the bottom line here to me. Dance like nobody is watching. But let's see what Abandoned Ship has to say. What number is that one?
17.
Okay, thank you. Well, the emotions are scared, panicked, and shocked. So let's see. We always hope for the best. There are plenty of situations where that can help us achieve it. But this is not one of those times. Painting over the little cracks has left you with structural issues. In your job or your relationships, there's something you wanted to be right, to be perfect, that is about to come crashing down around you. So it sounds a little like the Tower card in a way. As the ship is battered from all sides and piece by piece, completely decimated by the world around it, this card also holds the shipwrecked, the survivors of the destruction. They're here to remind you that no matter how bad it gets, their undead souls can't be destroyed by a storm, nor will you be taken down by this setback. It is time for this to end, and even if it hurts, it's best that you know your ship can't keep sailing. The shipwreck might be used pieces of the ship. Wait a minute. Oh, the shipwrecked might use pieces of the ship if they still float. But one thing they don't do is look back at the ship sinking. Take what you've learned from this experience. Let yourself feel whatever you need in order to process it. But don't linger on what was. It's best to leave whatever it is behind you and focus on getting yourself out of the storm safely. It will end not with a whimper, but with a crash and screams. Oh dear. Well, So I have to think here. You know, I almost think that this is things that have happened to you already. I just kind of feel you are the shipwreck survivors of this experience in the past. You know, you things have crumbled down around you. They weren't firmly built, but it's possible it's because of what the card says here. Because you were scared, because you were, you know, you were scared off by what people might think about you or what people might think of your work or even some of the reactions that you got that just made your, you know, your ideal world come crumbling down. And you were afraid to dance. You were afraid to dance. And now I think this combination of cards is telling you it's time to dance again. And it's time to not worry about what those other people think. Don't do that. Just dance like your heart wants you to.
Dance in the garden in the moonlight. It's the garden in the moon, and it almost corroborates what she just said. You know, be in the public. You know, the garden's the public, and the moon to me is the idea of, you know, going where the light leads you. The idea of success driving you towards that, towards saying, I don't care, I can do this in the public. Look at me, look at me.
You know, sometimes we have to stop worrying about what people want to see and just give them what we want them to see. And you know, some of that's going to stick, some of that's not, but who cares? I mean, as long as you are being authentic to yourself and you are enjoying what you do, that's the important part. And once people start realizing you are in your joyful space, people will react to that in a positive way. You'll see more success out of doing that than anything. So I think that eventually you will find your mark here, but you've got to be willing to dance your dance.
You're unhappy. No, you're happy.
Your happy
Undead dance.
So
The
good luck with that.
The happy zombie dance.
The zombie. Hey, isn't that a song, the zombie dance or whatever?
I think it is. Already.
All right. Wow, that was fun.
And we're on Airy.
We are on Airy. All right, I got a question. It's about her friends. Were they ever real?
Oh, okay.
Real, true friends? So here it is. You can peruse that.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. Kara, I like those too.
They're very cool. I don't know, I've gotten into some dark stuff lately. Could be because of the dark times we're in. But these really are very helpful, and I like the approach they're taking to the undead. And I really did not see myself getting a zombie kind of undead deck, but I'm glad I got this one. I think it fits me.
So, Ari, I think when doing this, you know, of course, there's a conglomerate here. I don't know how many people you actually mean, but in the overall idea, it's several people at least. And so even just one card indicating that doesn't mean that they're all that way, but that there was at least somebody amongst your friends who was decidedly untrue, I think.
We shall see.
We shall see.
We'll see what they say, where they take us.
And I'm going to use my Olympus or Olympians tarot.
What?
It's the reversed Eight of Cups. It's the upright Ace of Wands. And it's the reversed Ace of Cups. Wow, 2 aces in your reading.
Good luck.
The key.
The key is ambiguous.
And the lady.
Well, I think it is a mixed bag, like Mr. O kind of glommed onto
Hinted,
here.
right?
I feel that some people, with the Eight of Cups reversed, I almost feel like, some people.
They wanted you to stay the same. They didn't want you to move ahead or grow. They wanted you to stay where they were at. Or maybe this is just saying they didn't want to move ahead.
I kind of like that. In other words, that they kind of got, maybe they left you behind, or they left, or you left them behind, is the feeling here with some of them. I like that, but I could see it going either way here, that you could have been the one that left them behind,
True.
because as we change, sometimes our friendships change and we grow apart. After high school, I lost a number of friends and people. And then as I've gotten older, well, I've lost a lot of people, not necessarily through death either.
So you would have to judge this for yourself. Are they untrue friends because they perceive you moved on without them, or you just moved on to somewhere that they
Or
weren't
did
going to
they
go?
move, or are they untrue friends because they moved on? And the thing is, sometimes we can't judge them that way. Maybe this is saying there are some of your friends that just decided, they were moving in a different direction in their lives. Um, but also, if they stuck with you and they were being kind of, I would say this too. For the friends who stayed loyal with you for the most part, they kind of stayed that way, or they moved on. But for other ones, they may have stayed with you because they could use you in some way, and they were taking advantage of you. It's possible here. I don't totally see that with this card, but I can see a little bit of interplay here as we go forward.
Ace of Wands upright.
Yeah, the Ace of Wands upright indicates to me that sometimes friends just moved on to new opportunities in their lives. Sometimes friends abandon you when they get a new relationship and stuff, and they just move on because they're busy with that. And they're busy with the friends, that this relationship brings into their circle as well. And so, sometimes that happens as a natural part of things. It's not fair. It's not right if you were besties that suddenly somebody's like, oh, I'm with Joe now, and I don't need you, and I don't have time for you in my life anymore, and that's not a good thing. But I'm
This
almost seeing some of these things happening more than outright duplicity here.
this could imply that new friendships or friendships that are yet to start may be more to your liking, maybe the true friends you're looking for, a friendship that you don't have yet or that is starting soon.
Well, I can't argue that. I think
It's possible.
it's highly possible that you just need to make new relationships and let the whole thing go.
So then there's that reversed Ace of Cups.
The Ace of Cups indicates to me that some people truly don't know how to handle friendship well or being a good friend. I feel here maybe some of that went on as well, is that they're just immature, and and they don't recognize the even exchange that should take place in a friendship. And so, yeah, you got the short end of the stick from people like that for sure.
Well, with that card, it overall answers that question, and it is just more or less indicating that probably a lot of your friends didn't remain true, but it sort of seems like maybe it's possible one or two did, and you'll realize that.
I feel it's a mixed bag here, really.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I think some of it was unintentional. They just move on with their lives.
You guys are young.
No, but because they make
Yeah.
the choice that their relationship is going to be the most important thing in their lives, and their friends are either secondary, or they let them go, they let them fall away. I have seen that happen too many times. And then in another case here, it's just a matter of growing pains. People grow apart. They don't look at you the same way they might have in high school anymore, or however long you've known them. They grow apart in time. And so I think some of that's unintentional. That is not. That's just a lack of maturity on people's parts. And you probably did get hurt by that. The key being the woman indicates to me that there is one particular friend I feel that meets what you're talking about here. They weren't a true friend to begin with. There's somebody out there, and it could have been a woman, it could be a man, but they did not. That's what I think. There is one key relationship, and maybe you'll be able to sort that out for yourself that fits what you are looking at here. But I don't think it's the sum total of all the relationships you've had.
I like that. All right.
So we have for you. Good luck with that. All right, sunshine is up, and I don't have a question.
I thought they left one. Let me go
Yeah,
look
go
for
look.
it. I thought I saw one later. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't catch it because it was later.
What can I expect for the rest of March and April?
Okay.
All right.
Let's do 2 and 2 on that. I'll get my deck.
All right. And that's going to be your deck.
Yeah, it pointed to something. It pointed to a lack of maturity in some of your friends and how they handle relationships. All right, let's see. Do I want to use this one? I think I will. Okay.
Hi, Shirley.
Hey, Shirley. Okay, so March and April. Ooh. It's the King of Wands, upright, and he says, I am successful in all I do. I like that. And this one says, I calmly make the best possible decision. It's the Two of Pentacles, upright. So that's March. Let's start there. And what do you got?
It's the Child and the Garden.
Okay. An interesting month, March. You could be really successful in, in something that you're working on. I feel the King of Wands just says to move forward with confidence and believe in yourself and courage, if needs be, for whatever projects you are working on, because you could achieve some stability, some better conditions for yourself. I feel here that the Two of Pentacles is saying that, everything could balance out if you put out some extra effort right now into working on things that are important to you in whatever area of your life. Things can balance out. You can find a certain rhythm and flow and get things done and accomplished and feel really good. I think the rest of this month is going to flow pretty smoothly for you. I'll do the Lenormand after he chimes in.
All right, so I agree with that, and thanks, Ari. The rest of March looks like there's an opportunity that you can easily rise to, and I think it's really mostly about just securing everything that you need to by the end of the month. So this could be implying that if there are any, unresolved paperwork or other kinds of issues, this is where you need to kind of put your energy towards them, kind of balancing things out. And I think that the Lenormand gives a slight clue there too, because the Child is saying, really commit to doing this, not trying to hurry through this, but going through it pragmatically at each step. There may be some things that just really need you to focus on them in a systematic way. And the garden is there, so I'm wondering if it's something that relates to, a project you're doing maybe it's something involved with schoolwork or a job project. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it's something you need to tie down.
I agree with that, Ari. And let's see, when I'm looking at the garden and the child, well, one of the first things that came to my mind was you could be going to a baby shower this month or some celebration of a birth or,
Yes, job.
post that. Uh, and the other thing with the garden and the child indicates to me that there could be growth and positive things happening through networking with others this month. Through networking, some growth can occur, some knowledge or wisdom that helps you. Maybe if you're looking for a job, I don't know if that's what you mean there, um, could help you going forward. But anyway, it just looks like something social is happening and or involving networking, and it will be good for you. So that's March.
All right, April.
I let go and embrace new beginnings. That's death, upright. But the Two of Cups is reversed. And it says you are worthy of the deepest kind of love, but it's reversed. So, let's take a look at that.
Hey, Sunman, watch it.
Well, I thought death might be. Well, this might be interesting to you, Sunshine.
So it's the crossroads in Lenormand and the scythe. Hello, baby.
Well, I'm thinking here of a couple of different things. That if you are thinking of leaving a job and making a change of some sort, or hoping a change will occur, that you could find a new job, I think that April looks really good for that because it shows you leaving something behind, parting ways with something, and a big change and transformation taking place. So if this is not about that, it could be about something else in your life, parting ways with, maybe friends or family that you've been having disagreements with and deciding it's time to move on and change your life. Or maybe it's making a major change in mindset or something within you, and you're letting that go now and making a big change. Death is indicating a big change is coming for you in April.
Well,
and I'll stop there before I get to the Lenormand.
well, earlier you said that maybe the other cards were about your job, tying up loose ends or having to focus on things. And I'm wondering too, like maybe, in April, are you maybe finding a way to move on to another thing? Is this a job that you really enjoy or things about the job that you enjoy, but maybe have been changing your mind about them? Maybe that's what's changing. Or is it maybe something about, personal relationships? Two of Cups could be that too, in a way.
So then I see the Scythe and the crossroads here, and it's almost as if it's telling me that you are no longer going to be kind of at a crossroads in your life, that April is going to be a time to make some big moves or decisions, I feel.
It goes
And
with the Death card.
right.
Yeah.
But the crossroads and the Scythe is like, to me, cutting away at the crossroads.
I agree.
So I feel like it's decision time, it's go time to make this major shift. Whether it's a shift in consciousness, whether it's a physical shift to a new job or a move of some sort, that's what's going to be the focus in April. So good luck with that.
I agree. It's really what I feel too. Something is shifting for you, and maybe it isn't the job if you seem to like it, but maybe it's something about that. Is there maybe a particular coworker friendship that you really like that might be changing? I'm just looking at that Two of Cups and wondering what that means.
If it's not your job, it's something another area of your life.
That's true.
So, we focused a little on job there. I think it was because of the March cards, but it doesn't have to be. And as a matter of fact, the March cards kind of speak of where you are at now with your job. that you feel really good and successful there, and that you have found, your balance. You found your mojo there. So I do like March for you
You're
as far as
welcome.
the job goes. And Sonny, I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, we can move on to Angel Rivera, who wants an oracle card.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tempted to use my undead one again. And I may just do it. Sorry, Sonny, I have to do this. Sonny's
Off he goes
taking
again.
off again. I'm not giving him enough attention. I'm not letting him eat my hat. Shirley loves those horses. No, and it's right here. Okay. Oh, by the way, you might want to show what the inside of the box says.
Beauty is only skin deep, but brains go all the way. Yeah, I like that.
All right. All right, let's see what the undead say about your week ahead, Mr. Rivera. Oh, well, it's the prisoner, but then it says, warning, the door's open.
Oh no.
What number was that again?
32.
32. There it is. Oh, I went right to it. Aren't we all prisoners at work, though? Anyway. Okay, the message. And by the way, the emotions for this card are trapped, bored, lonely. While humans are social creatures, we value our alone time, some more than others. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert as long as it's by choice, not out of fear of anything in the world around you. There are some things that you need other people for. There are some times when you need someone to help out. That doesn't mean forcing yourself to be social. Just notice if you're holding yourself back. The cage doesn't only keep people in, it also keeps people out. Oh boy, do I love that. The prisoner, it's hard to tell which option this cage was built for, but either way, it now contains them. The prisoner has found peace in their spot, but careful of what you build around you. There's a part of your life that you've started closing off to yourself, and if you go too far, you might forget that there's a way out, or you might already have. There's something you're facing or something coming up. You asked about the week ahead, so it could be something coming up, where pulling away instead of reaching out will be the more tempting choice. But it isn't the right one at this time. If you've already kept yourself closed away, then take a deep breath and find where you left the door. If you're beginning to build your wall, then either invite someone in with you or make sure you know the way out. It's time to step out of the cage and not into it. So in other words, there may be something going on this week that, boy, you just want to pull away from. You really don't want. You'd rather lock yourself up in that cage than deal with it. But that's not the right thing to do in this case. The right thing to do in this case is to deal with it and let it go, because, you may be stuck in that cage an awful long time if you don't deal with the situation now. What do you've got? The letter. Oh no.
I know. Baby wrote a letter, but it's an anchor.
Well, I almost feel as though some news that comes down this week, some email perhaps from, the powers that be there, might make you feel kind of like that. You might feel like you're stuck where you are, or you don't want to deal with whatever that is. So, whatever it is, or some letters, some documentation. I don't know if you too, for example, Angel, are dealing with taxes right now, for example. This could be documents of some sort that you have to deal with. This could be something else that really, you have to open the door and take care of it now.
Is it about, the way you express yourself that maybe, is holding you back in some way, that you're not changing to meet the circumstances, or is that involved with the concepts in that prisoner card?
Yeah. So
It has been a horrible retrograde.
it really, it had its ups and downs for me on some levels, but there has been some really wacky news as far as my health care goes. Again, I have to worry about an insurance plan, and it's really left me hanging. I'm going to have to deal with that this week. And it's just typical Mercury retrograde confusing stuff. And so I feel here that the best way out of this situation is not to avoid it, is to work it through, and not to set up any barriers or boundaries, but to let this happen. I mean, to let this be and deal with it, confront it, for better or worse. Maybe it won't be as bad as it seems, but if you try to avoid it, or if you try to avoid anyone, maybe if this is involving a person, it could it could make things worse in the long haul. So good luck with that.
Icky. All right, and I think we're on Dr. V.
This is, by the way, a rock pool deck for anybody who might be interested, and it's pretty good. I really expected
You're
it to
welcome.
be kind of fluffy. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but it's very deep. It's very good. So people might want to check this oracle out. It's got good advice. All right. Who's up next?
It's Dr. Victor.
It is Dr.
And I'm not sure how I want to do his question.
Well, and yeah, I don't think I got that question.
Yes,
Oh,
you
wait,
did.
I did.
I
Oh,
glued it in there.
Thank you.
I did.
Thank you for that.
Well, it was a while ago. You were
Fred, I
busy.
remember you said you were going to do it now.
You were busy with something.
I was. All right, let me get it out there.
One card for each, maybe?
Proposals submitted to GGW and you. Oh, yeah, that is a tough one. I think we're going to have to do one card for each to get the feel for it, and then just an overall Lenormand on what the result is. How about that?
Alrighty.
I think.
Okay,
think
Dr.
that's
V, I
what's
think we got ya.
So 3 cards, but G will be first, GW, and you will be last. And let's see.
Which one will be approved for funding?
So this is grants or something and funding requests. Okay.
Okay, I'm just trying to focus my mind that way.
Me too. Me too.
All right, here we go. G gets the Magician upright.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry, it's the Magician reversed.
Oh. Okay.
And then GW gets the Chariot upright. And U gets the Two of Pentacles upright.
Wow. Well, we should hold off on this and look at that.
So G gets the Magician reversed. This may indicate that maybe there's something that's going to be a problem in that bid or in that proposal, that maybe something doesn't seem to square, or with the way they're looking at it, like maybe they feel something is deceptive or they don't understand it for some reason.
It's possible here that you might be outmatched by, somebody else's proposal, perhaps. Um, it just may feel like that one they're not as excited about. They may feel that, um, well, they don't want to fund it, and I think they feel like maybe more work needed to be done on your part to sell it to them, to make them realize that you were the right person to get the funding for this, or that this idea of yours, whatever you want funded, needs more work, or they're really uncertain about it. They're worried about putting their money towards it. I know I'm babbling here.
Now, with
Go on.
GW, the proposal looks like it has some teeth, or it looks like it has the ability to
To move
move.
forward, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I kind of feel that way too.
the
GW,
chariot.
it's a potential here that this could move faster and move forward to you. I think here maybe they want to run with this.
There's a sense of confidence too, you
Yeah.
know.
Or maybe they feel that you've sold them on it because you look very motivated, you've sold it very well, and they think that this might be a worthy project or goal to move forward. And the final one is a little iffy, but it could come through too. It's possible that one could come through, but it does seem a little iffier. They're weighing a lot of the pluses and minuses here. And so I almost think it's even 50-50 if that one would come through.
I was going to go that way. Yeah.
So GW in the middle looks like the best option. And let's take a look at this here. This is interesting. I think you'll find it.
So it's the child from the Lenormand and the bear. I like that, I think.
You did that right. I think here it's really funny to me because the child, this immature, learning, growthful thing, and the bear is like already very empowered, very strong individual. And so it's a little of both here. The energies, it's growthful and empowering at the same time. So I almost think GW might be the really good choice for you because this will be very empowering working on, this project, and it will be growthful for you. You will learn a lot by doing this and obtaining the money and working on this proposal, this project.
And even though the chariot's energy sounds like it's kind of moving directly for it, it seems like it's measured with that child there. So the sense of
Right.
really strength and moving in stages towards that. This proposal itself may propose a multi-stage process towards its conclusion. So it looks good more with GW than the other two.
But even if failing that, if that other one, once they weigh the plus and minuses, if that's the one that comes through for you, I would suggest that the same result would be there as well. Whichever grant gets picked, it looks as though it's going to be very empowering for you, and that you're going to learn a lot from this experience. So you're going to grow along with it. So I wish you luck either way.
Good
But
luck.
I'm betting my money on GW.
All right, Dr. Victor.
Good
Take
luck.
care. And we're on Shirley.
Yes, we are.
Hi, Shirley.
All right, and Shirley's question I have. She wants a positive reading, Mr. O. I hope you have a positive deck there.
That was my deck I used, but I'm able to use another one if you want.
Or wait a minute, it's my deck. You're right. I hope I have a positive deck for you. Because her question is, may I please ask what beautiful positive things are headed my way this week? Okay then. Let's try the Floating Worlds one.
It's been a wonderful afternoon. I want to remind everybody, if they like, to watch my Goth Tarot on Wednesdays. I'm throwing an extra thing into the mix.
No.
This is the week that we explore the Dark Avatar. The Dark Avatar is kind of the construct we may psychologically, subconsciously assemble to sort of say, that's our shadow. It's not me. I just have to do this because of that, kind of thing. I'm throwing in an extra card. What is the Dark Avatar's dark mission? What is it the Dark Avatar does that can distract people from noticing what's really going on underneath? Goth Tarot, 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning.
The Four of Swords is upright. Uh-oh. The Nine of Swords is upright. And the High Priestess is reversed. But there is some good news there. I think Mr. O has it with the Lenormand.
Yes. Foxy Lady. Doo-doo. And the home or the house.
All right. Well, the good news is, I think the cards are telling you, you do need some good positive things happening. You need to kind of try to relax and unwind more and decompress. That's the Four of Swords. I feel here this week may give you an opportunity to do so. I think here that's not going to be a very busy week for you, and I know you prefer to have a lot to do, more business coming in, but I think this is an ideal time for you to kind of try to do more rest in R&R. And for a couple reasons here that I think are evinced by these cards. The Nine of Swords indicates that, you need to put some of your worries and fears to bed along with yourself, okay? Along with getting the rest and relaxation you need. You need to decompress from any worries or fears you have about work, about money, about people, about the country, whatever freaking is, this is a time to kind of dial it down a little bit and give yourself some breathing space to really just relax. And I feel that with the final card too. I'm just going to go through the three of those and stop, because we do have some real positive news with the Lenormand. But I think here with the High Priestess reversed, this is a time to really get more in tune with your own self right now. Your own rhythms, your own intuition and your intuitive impulses. It's a time to really try to get back in touch with yourself, because it seems like there might be a little bit of a disconnect going on here, and I do believe it could be because of that middle card, the worries, fears, and things, which is why you need to re-energize.
There's never a good way to tell somebody, just relax, just calm down, everything will work out, because they're trying to be a good friend, but they don't know how it really makes you feel. I mean, unless they're like literally, bonded with you, heart and hip, they mean well, but, sometimes you have to figure it out for yourself. And that means maybe you may have to force yourself to have this downtime. And even if it ends up with you over processing some of that negativity or that things that are anxious to you or keeping you awake at night, I know you said that there. It's good to just do that, to get it out there, and maybe, you process it until it's cheese, but then maybe it's finally able, to move away from you, or at least where it is, and you can kind of face forward a little bit. You went all the way through, right?
No, I did not do the Lenormand. I did all the cards, so yes.
So the Empress reversed is really saying this is what it comes down to, is that it's not necessarily about trying.
No, that's the High Priestess reversed.
I said that.
No, you said Empress.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Well, I know it was the High Priestess,
Okay.
though.
Okay.
So it's really about you knowing for yourself in real time that, deep meditations, philosophy of your life is good up to a point, but sometimes you just have to live that reality and, let it happen. and process it, like we said. That takes us to the Lenormand.
You know, it's really funny though. I looked at the bottom card as I was doing this, and it's actually temperance. So it's funny because we're talking about reharmonizing, with your inner wisdom and getting more relaxed. And this really falls right into that. With the house and the fox, that sounds like to me some more business might be coming your way. Or it's possible here that maybe some of those jobs you were hoping to hear from, maybe somebody will contact you this week. I feel like you're going to feel a bit more stable and secure with your work in this week ahead, which will be good as well.
You'll have to let us know, Shirley, because I think Banshee's right. With that, the upper cards, it sort of looks a little bit gloomy and just sort of like, trying to put your best foot forward,
Well,
rationalize it
relaxing.
in a positive way. But those Lenormand maybe indicate that, something will be coming towards you that will give you a better appreciation for, good stuff. Sure hope
Yeah,
so.
I think something's happening because it's about worker success
Yeah.
and it's about home. It's about your home front or your business. I look at that too as, people who own their own business is kind of like that. And, I think here too with what you said earlier that it's good because self-care and organizing is good and you don't sleep well. Well, I spoke with somebody else on social media today and the time change really does throw a lot of people off. And so hopefully you'll start getting over that too, I feel. Maybe that's why, again, you need some of this rest. I just got over it and had my best night of sleep last night. I slept a full 8 hours, which I'm pretty happy about. So good luck with that.
Right. I had a feeling you were going to say that, right? Because, that's
Yep, and
so
that's what I'm seeing here. So
you'll
something
have to
might
let us know. I
something
sure hope
might
so.
pick up for you this week, and maybe that's why you'll be able to unwind a little bit and allay some of the stresses and anxieties that you have been having. So good luck with that.
We'll see you, Shirley.
All right.
All right. And Rowan wants general guidance.
Yes, I know I have that question.
I'm just saying that to our audience.
Okay. You're welcome. You're very welcome, Shirley.
You're welcome.
Hey there, everyone. All right. I need
And I'm going to use the Scorpio Sea Tarot.
even though it's Aries season, almost.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Shirley. Thank you.
All right. Oh, that fell out, but I know this is the one. All right. That wouldn't have been bad either. This is first.
Strength reversed.
Hmm.
Three of Wands reversed. The Emperor upright. It's the Rider. And the stars.
So I think general guidance, this is a time to push the envelope a little bit more, push forward, give a little push, a little bit more energy towards, your goals, things that you want to accomplish. This is not a time to hold back. This is a time to do more. But that being said, that's the three, right? The Three of Wands, did you say?
Yeah.
With the Three of Wands reversed, that being said, But make sure, of course, that, well, okay, no, I know what I wanted to say. I'm sorry. I do believe you have to push forward on something and be a little bit bolder in your approach to turning around a situation that maybe is not coming out the way you hoped it would. If you were anticipating some positive results from something and you're not getting it, well, it's not too late maybe to make some changes or to put in a little bit of extra effort, or if it's even involving other people, for example, convincing somebody you're the right person for the job or something like that, it's not too late to turn things around.
There may be a situation where it involves some emotionality. Um, it may not be about necessarily the relationship, but just, hitting against each other in a certain respect. And so I'm almost wondering if this is saying you're going to be pushing a little hard against that because maybe it feels like somebody is trying to talk you out of or move you away from an opportunity you really wanted to take. They're trying to maybe interfere with this, you moving in this direction. I'm sort of getting that by synthesizing those first two
The
cards.
strength card in that? Okay.
Strength and the Three of Wands. Somebody's trying to limit your possibilities, and you're going to have to push back on that, I think.
Well, I'm not feeling that, but that's a possibility. I'm looking at the Emperor there, and with what I said, how you have to push harder and maybe try to turn a situation around. The Emperor is saying, take charge. Take charge of your life, take charge of the situation, and you should be okay. Take charge of, changing your strategy and doing what you need to do to turn something around. Whether it's, like I said, how you have to speak with others to get your point across or to make your case, to state your case, or it's actions you need to take to turn something around. You should be able to do it. The Emperor says as long as you, remain, maintain control.
Yeah, I like that. I think this is a week where really you have to work harder at maintaining control. Maybe that strength reverse is saying some things are going to push your buttons a little bit and you
That
may
could
want
be.
to act out, but you just have to try to maintain your own sense of where you should go, decency. And maybe some of this is realizing that, there is more than one way to do this, and you may be feeling you're not getting that right way. So you just have to kind of keep yourself on path.
So, when I look at the star and the rider, it's kind of telling me that there is hope in movement, okay? So that
Oh,
goes back to what we said here about maybe pushing things forward. So there is hope in taking action, in moving on something, in moving something forward now, trying to give it that extra push or incentive it needs, to move forward. And then you could turn something around that maybe has been kind of lackluster, not giving you the results you had hoped for.
it's kind of like an action item has come up in your life and you realize you have to focus your energy there. So good luck with that.
Good luck with that. We're on Libra. And Libra's questions: what hidden messages do the spirits have for me? Hey, you're very welcome, Ruan.
You're welcome.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I'll do my reading on that one.
Okay.
The King of Cups is reversed. No, it's not the Wheel of Fortune. The Ace of Pentacles is upright.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Ah. And here's the Tower. Upright as well. What do you got? Let's put them out there.
The Gentleman and the Garden.
And you know, I gave you every card, but we're doing my reading.
All right.
That's all right. So, what is the message from Spirit right now? I think the message from Spirit is to keep your cool. To keep your cool. The King of Cups is reversed. And I feel here that there is something that could anger you or disappoint you, make you feel sad, get all emotional. And so the caution here is really you should try to keep your cool because of the other two cards coming. I think here that there's good things here, but they may come in a tricky way. Go ahead with the first card.
Spirit, I think, is telling you not only to be cool, but that you don't want to become really very grumpy or irritated or emotionally more volatile
Angry?
because of this.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So why is it important?
Why is it important? Because a new cycle is coming, a new beginning, a growthful period for you. But you know, with growth sometimes comes pain, which we'll get into in a minute. But I feel here the Ace of Pentacles indicates growth and some brand new cycle coming. And so don't get yourself too wound up as to how it's going to get here.
Laurels as Pentacles?
Yes.
Okay, so it's important because, right, there's a new growthful cycle coming. There could be a big change in your status quo that pertains to your material matters. Somebody may get a new job. Somebody may find something useful engagement that maybe has a material, outcome possible. In general, it just really looks like something that can move or grow in a productive way could be happening.
Right, but that is after the fallout of the tower, in my opinion, where things are headed. And so where things are heading is that something's got to come down. Something's going to go down, Libra, which is why you've got that King of Cups reversed there, and that's why you need to keep your cool. Something's going to go down, but there's apparently a silver lining to this. It needed to come down. You needed to grow from this experience because something new is waiting to happen here. That's why it's important. See, that's why X in that spot. But where things are headed right now is to this breakdown first. So keep your cool because a new beginning is coming, a fresh start. A fresh start after something that needs to fall away falls away.
I just think it's a hunch for me because I agree with this. Like, this is really like worth holding out for, not getting too bummed about it, because I get the feeling that it's connected to maybe Mercury going direct and or things moving ahead in that direction from that. So yeah, it's worth, hanging on and not getting too despondent until it really plays out.
Thank you, Libra. I'm going to enjoy
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
At home. Not going to go out to the Irish pubs, but I'm feeling the green.
There in spirit.
Well, I didn't do the Lenormand. Did you?
I did, I thought.
Oh, you did?
Well, maybe.
The garden and the person there, which could be you, it doesn't have to, it could be somebody else. I feel here that this may have to do with somebody, somebody in your social network. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. Or, could have something to do on the home front too. I can't rule that out as well because, when I see that Ace of Pentacles here, I think about the home. I think about it too, maybe with the garden even a little bit. But it's in your sphere, so this disruption is going to occur. So.
Well, sometimes the Lenormand are not exactly about what the tarot are about. And I'm sort of feeling this is more sideline to that, the idea that, when all is said and done, things kind of move back to a better direction for you. So good luck with that.
Well, there may be another message here because you asked what messages spirits have for you. And what it could indicate to me is that you might just be spending more time socializing with, a particular friend of some sort, that you'll be having some good times coming. But, there is this thing that you're going to have to deal with here. So, by all means, get out and enjoy yourself. It might help pick up your spirits as you're going through a little bit of turbulence in your life. The Tower is never something that's easy to go through, but when it's upright, it does indicate growth follows. So, and that's why you have this here. So good luck with that.
Good luck, Libra.
And Zach is up.
Hey, Zach.
And I've got the question. All right, get it. All right. To help me bolster my courage and self-confidence, any revelations or directions, and confidence to keep themselves collected on their path. So, okay, what can help bolster your courage and self-confidence?
And I'm going to use the Tarot of the Animal Lords.
Hello. Good
Hello.
to see you, Zach. You picked him up my way.
All right, and our first one is Death. Upright.
Oh.
Our next one is the Seven of Swords upright. And then, and they're all upright for a change, the Knave or Page of Chalices or Cups, as we can call it.
Huh. Nope. This was first. I remember now.
And there's a nice coffin to sit near the Death card. And a fox to put between the snakes and whatever that critter is. So, revelations or directions that could help bolster your courage and self-confidence.
Well, I think not embracing change, number one. Not being afraid to make changes and big ones in your life when needs be. That will, and here's the thing I think too is, Zach, start small. Start small with real small changes that you feel you can handle in your life. And when you do, when you're successful at that, you will feel more confident. It will bolster your self-confidence and courage to make the bigger changes in life. Death indicates changes are needed, but I feel here, and when I'm looking at the other cards, that it doesn't have to be big. They could be subtle at this time. When I'm looking at that Seven of Swords there, I feel here even small changes can really make a difference for you right now. And it will definitely make you feel more confident about making better changes for yourself, that you are capable of handling it.
Well, the death
I went
card.
with those two only.
Sure. The death card is about changes mostly. It can talk about how we feel that there is a need to understand some changes are very total, and we have to be sure that we are committed to where those changes can lead. Some changes we have no choice because there's something that occurs outside our realm of agency. But to some degree, when death card shows up, this is saying don't be afraid of where changes are taking you in your life, whether it's because of what I just spoke about or whether it's because of your own feeling of strong changes that you need to make. Now, when I look at the Seven of Swords, I see something a little bit different there. To me, it is the Seven of Swords, right? Yes. To me, this card could be saying that the revelation or direction is to understand that a lot of people will always be more for themselves and not necessarily for you. And so you need to understand that human nature sort of indicates that people may not always share exactly what they want you to know or exactly what they think you should know that might help you. And so to the degree that you need to accept that and realize you need to watch out for yourself in that regard, is better for you.
And finally, I think when I look at the
Page
Page
of
of
Cups.
Cups, I know the Page of Cups upright, um, because I've been thinking about it here. I think, you know, if you're involved, do some things for fun. Bring a little bit more joy into your life in whatever way you can. I feel here, um, maybe doing some creative um, activities, whether they're games or whether you're artistically inclined, or even a writer of some sort, to do something to express yourself more and bring a little bit of joy into your life that way. I also feel the page is indicating that, you know, this is a time to really tap into your intuitive self and to trust yourself more there. Um, I feel here that your intuition can guide you through some of these things. And, you know, once you start trusting yourself more and your judgment more, you will feel more confident and courageous going forward. And yeah, there's going to be some mistakes along the way, there's going to be some missteps. But you know what? We grow slowly. We grow slowly and we learn through those.
So, Zach, that Page of Cups really does talk about maybe your own interest in mystical ideas or where you can kind of understand things at other levels, maybe than just the common, given level of face to face interaction, that maybe sometimes there are understandings underneath that. And so I think it sort of applies backwards towards the Seven of Swords, which I indicated maybe saying is that sometimes people may not always have your best interest at heart and withhold or feel you're not ready for certain information. This card may be saying in combination that you're going to understand that maybe, and that maybe whether or not you actually, address that, the idea maybe that, information you need to know, you will find out intuitively or through your own sense of how you get people to cooperate with you, making them understand you as a feeling, open personality.
All right. The fox.
Lenormand.
The fox in the coffin. One of the first things that came to mind to me is that, don't feel you have to put on airs. You have to put on a show. You have to be somebody who you are not in order to, move forward. That you've just got to be your true, authentic self. Sometimes the fox can be a little bit of a duplicitous character here. And in that, they're trying to be something that they are not. You just be authentically you and not worry. Like, I guess, as Mr. O said with his version of the Seven of Swords there, don't allow others to make you feel, that you have to be somebody that you're not. Be your true, authentic self. Put to bed any kind of phoniness or any kind of trying to convince somebody you're something that you're not ready to be or that you are not, just to fit in or whatever. It's not going to work, and it's not going to be helpful. And it's not going to help you develop that self confidence and courage that you are looking for.
I think in that Lenormand, that fox is the result maybe of you, understanding other people's motivations as they regards, information in and out from you. And so I agree with Banshee. This is maybe saying really with that, you're able to understand, maybe put that to bed in a way to move beyond that, that whatever, they may have been trying to cover up or not let you know, it didn't really matter. It wasn't that important there. And that's maybe the revelation or the direction that you are in charge of your own agency, Zach, and that you are on a learning curve towards that. So good luck.
Well, that's what we have for you. I hope that helped somewhat, Zach. Good luck with that.
Good luck, Zach.
All right. We are done.
We're done. We moved
Wow.
into overtime, but we got it.
We got it done. And I want to thank everybody for their questions and for supporting our show. We really appreciate it. Thanks again to Nancy for giving us a nice donation today. I don't know if she's still here, but we appreciate that. And thanks to everybody.
You guys are so nice there in the chat room. Thank you.
We really enjoy reading for you all. We do. So you guys all take care. Have a great rest of your day and evening. And hey, we got a lot going on this week we didn't even mention yet. Friday will be a big video day. So do watch what's coming out on Friday.
Everybody has to watch all of them 3 times.
All of them. Mr. O's Emotional Exchanges. My seasonal In Sync with the Seasons video that's very short.
And the monthly modality message.
So we got a lot going on this week for you.
Oh, thank you, Zach. We give energy to you as well. Thank you.
So take care, and we will see you live again on Thursday. Bye-bye for now.